The Dallas Cowboys are currently embroiled in a complex contract extension saga, with several key players in line for new deals. The team recently finalized a 4-year agreement with tight end Jake Ferguson, reportedly worth up to $52 million, though specific details such as the exact yearly averages and salary cap impact remain undisclosed. While $30 million is believed to be guaranteed, the lack of transparency has left fans and analysts speculating about the finer points of the deal. Despite the ambiguity, the Cowboys have signaled that Ferguson's extension is just the beginning of their efforts to lock down core players. The focus now shifts to star defensive end Micah Parsons, whose pending contract extension has dominated discussions. Parsons, a cornerstone of the Cowboys' defense, is expected to command a record-breaking deal for a non-quarterback, surpassing the contracts of elite defenders like T.J. Watt, Jamar Chase, and Myles Garrett in both total value and guaranteed money. However, negotiations have followed a familiar pattern for Dallas, with the front office taking a deliberate approach. This has led to frustration among fans, as the team has a history of prolonging high-profile extensions, as seen with Ezekiel Elliott and CeeDee Lamb. While Parsons' eventual deal is inevitable, the timing remains uncertain, leaving many to wonder whether it will be finalized before the start of the preseason or drag into the regular season. Another player in the extension conversation is cornerback DaRon Bland, whose situation is more complicated due to his hybrid role as both a nickel and outside corner. The market value for nickel corners is significantly lower than for boundary defenders, making it difficult to determine Bland's worth. With Trevon Diggs already under contract and questions about his long-term fit, the Cowboys must carefully allocate resources in their secondary. Bland's agent has expressed a desire to remain in Dallas, but the negotiation process could be slower due to positional uncertainties. Offensive lineman Tyler Smith is also a candidate for an extension, though his 5th-year option gives the Cowboys more flexibility. Smith's importance to the offensive line makes him a priority, and a long-term deal potentially similar to Trey Smith's 4-year, $94 million contract would provide stability while optimizing salary cap management. Securing Smith sooner rather than later would be a strategic move, as early extensions for foundational players often benefit teams financially. Kicker Brandon Aubrey presents a unique case. After entering the league as an undrafted free agent, Aubrey quickly proved his value. Since kickers typically wait 3 years for major extensions, the Cowboys have time to evaluate their options. Aubrey is set to become a restricted free agent in 2026, giving Dallas the choice to use a franchise tag or tender offer. The kicker market is niche, with the highest-paid players earning around $6.4 million annually, less than the franchise tag value, making negotiations tricky. Wide receiver George Pickens is another player to watch, though the Cowboys appear to be taking a patient approach. Both sides seem content to wait and assess his fit in the offense before committing to a long-term deal. With the salary cap expected to rise, delaying could benefit Pickens, as a strong season might increase his market value. Recent contracts for receivers like Jerry Jeudy, Chris Godwin, Devonta Smith, and Cortland Sutton, averaging in the mid to high $20 million range, set a precedent for future negotiations. Defensive end Sam Williams, who is recovering from an injury, faces a less urgent timeline for an extension. Given Dallas's depth at edge rusher, the team may let his contract play out naturally rather than rush into a new deal. This cautious approach reflects the Cowboys' broader strategy of balancing risk and reward, particularly with players returning from significant injuries. Overall, the Cowboys are navigating a high-stakes balancing act, retaining talent, managing the salary cap, and maintaining competitiveness while enduring the slow grind of contract negotiations. Each decision, whether finalized or delayed, has ripple effects on the team's future. While the uncertainty can be frustrating for fans, it underscores the pivotal nature of this offseason. From Parsons' record-setting potential to positional dilemma and Smith's long-term security, Dallas is shaping a roster capable of contending at the highest level. The Cowboys' methodical approach to extensions reflects both market realities and their organizational philosophy. These negotiations are about more than finances. They're about building a cohesive, championship-caliber team. The outcomes will define the franchise's trajectory for years to come, making this one of the most critical off-seasons in recent memory.